So we're out here today. We're gonna be putting in a coyote trap. I figured I'd show you guys kind of how I do it. So what we have for a trap actually is a Montana right here. Nice good trap, night lash and everything. This is what we'll be putting in the ground. So what kind of made me pick this location is we have this long edge right here that leads up to their farm, and then also we have the field with flooded creek, which basically turned this area into a pond. So it's a really good choke point because they're all going to be headed to the woods behind us where this trap is. So we'll actually go ahead, and I have this nice cross X that was actually just here, so we'll put the trap right here, and then we'll make the hole right back here, and we'll most likely be using Hellfire for this one, so we'll probably go ahead and get that going. So yeah, we'll go ahead and dig our trap bed here. We will be using wax dirt just because it's supposed to be getting a little cold out, so we don't want the trap freezing down. So basically set your trap how you kind of want it. So I want it just a little off to the right, looking for a right foot catch, and we're going to have the hole up here. So it's a good distance away, maybe even a little further back. And then kind of see how big your trap is. That's how big you want your trap bed to be. You don't want to make it any bigger than what it needs to. So if you even need to, you can like mark it out like that. So we'll go ahead, dig this up here. Got a root, pull that back. And you don't need it too deep. You still want it level with the ground unless you're doing a step down set. But since we're just doing a basic dirt hole, I'm just gonna tear this all up real good. Move what I can. A lot of people are worried about scent and stuff. I'm not as much necessarily. I don't find it as big of a problem for catching, whereas trap placement's a lot more important. They already know farmers are out here. There's deer hunters out here all the time. They know people are here. No one's really trapped this property, so it should work out just fine. So as you can see, fits the trap real nice. We'll actually go ahead, fill up the edges right now that we don't need, just making it a lot more solid. We'll go ahead and actually put this set in. So this is a wolf fang stake. So it's a cable stake, real nice. You can reuse them multiple times, which is good. And they hold coyotes really well. And then hit it on the side so you can actually get the thing out, because they do like to stick. Then we'll go ahead and set the stake just like that. Pull that back so it's on our way. And then we'll kind of feed some of that chain down there, since we don't want it to interfere with the trap. So a good way to set traps if you're not super big or anything like that, I'm not that big obviously, is use your knee right below your knee to grab that jaw, and then you're able to hold the other one with your one hand while you work it. So this is actually a dogless trap. As you can see, it just has this right here. So we'll actually go ahead, I believe this one is night latched, and we'll see if you guys can hear the click. Oh, well, too far. They're hair triggered, so we'll We'll go ahead, redo that. Push that down. Let's see if we can get this one this time. Right there. I don't know if you guys heard that, but that was the night latch click right in. So I don't know if you guys can see, that is completely level. Not gonna have any problems. We'll get some of these leaves out of here. Stick out of here. Open that up. Feed some of this down. So what we'll actually do is make a little hole just like that, just for our chain to set in, so it's not going to make your trap lopsided. So it feeds right in perfectly. And everyone has their preference for whether you want the dog this way, dog that way. This is a dogless trap, so it doesn't really matter. But I always tend to put the dog towards the dirt hole. Whether that improves catch rate or anything is kind of up to the person doing it. But to each their own, basically. And then we'll go ahead. I use latex covers for my traps, so we'll grab this out here just like that. I don't find wearing gloves do anything to my catch rate, especially on the properties that don't have any trapping or hunting pressure to them. They're not scared of people, but we will just cover up the pan just to make sure it will fire off. Just like that. Put that in. So you don't need a ton of dirt on top of your trap. You just need enough to cover it up. Obviously this looks different than all the dirt around it, so we'll mix it in a little bit. But you don't want to completely cover it up with this native dirt, because this is all gonna freeze down. So you just want a little layer, a little dusting, just to blend it in a little bit. They're gonna be more focused on the smell. And then we'll kind of put a bunch of the dirt right up there. Kind of shows something was digging here. We'll move all these leaves out of the way. And then we'll actually just put a couple leaves down like this. So unless you have something big in the way, they're gonna step where they want to step. But just a little opening right there, just kind of coaxing them there. But hopefully they spend enough time at this set that they will actually get caught. So I just use my Wolfbang setter to make my holes. Some people use drills. I just find that this works for me for this time of season. Obviously once it gets real cold out you need to change it up, but you want to make it a nice angle so they have to get up close. We'll go ahead and move this over for us. Then we'll grab our lure. So what we're using today, I'm gonna take my gloves off, is Hellfire from Dunlap. So it says a long call smear. You can smell it far away, so coyotes can too. So I take off my gloves when I'm working with lures, just in case if anything does get on my hands, at least then I can just keep my gloves on then. So, and this stuff you don't want to get anywhere. So I'm very cautious with it. The smell of human isn't going to do anything to them. They're going to be a lot more focused on this. They're going to be wondering what the heck this is. So we'll make sure, just a little glob it right on it, and you can smell that thing really far away. And we'll stick that all the way down that hole. And as you can see, that whole stick went all the way down, so that's really far down. And then, yeah, basically that's it. We have that all done. We'll kind of show you the finished product here with all the stuff all the way. If you guys have any questions of any other sets, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. We'll certainly show you guys that. If you have any ideas to improve this set, obviously let me know. Always looking to learn more. So we'll get all the way here, scruff that up, make it look like it's all just messed up. We'll have a little step over stick, whether that matters or not. Yeah, you can see how it looks just from out here. It just looks like a hole that something dug. So this one's gonna blow directly down onto this trail, so if they're down there, they'll walk right back up, figure out what it is, get stuck. So yeah, if you guys like this, feel free to subscribe and like for more.